Dear Need for Speed, I respect and applaud this Kaizen movement that you have and it energizing the way things are going forward, and I hope that it stays. As a fan of the franchise since the GameCube days, I have to express my concern about the competitive side of Need for Speed. As many of you guys are aware, there is a tight-knit community of racers from all parts of the world that actively aim to push the boundaries of the races in each title. I will have chapters for the video if you want to go to a specific topic, but before you go to the comments, I highly suggest that you watch the whole thing through before leaving your thoughts below. My competitive journey. I started in Need for Speed Heat, joining my first competitive team in hopes of finding others like myself that wanted to lower their times and compete against each other. In my pursuit, I learned manual transmission, I got more of a grasp of taking lines, NOS management, and taking shortcuts. Over time, pumping hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game, but slowly but surely gaining consistency when time hunting, as well as racing others online. I eventually made the decision to leave that team and try to be recruited by the team that I am currently part of now, Timeless NFS, as many of you guys may be aware of. Fast forward to now, I have well over 2,000 hours on Need for Speed Heat on PlayStation and PC combined. I have achieved world records. I've competed in team battles, 2v2, 3v3, and 4v4, as well as I've competed in tournaments. One in particular had one of the highest prize winnings in all of Need for Speed Heat, which was $1,350. I was there when the Need for Speed League started. I competed actually in the first season of the Need for Speed League, finishing top 3 of all teams alongside my teammates out of close to 20 different teams. I've also time hunted on Need for Speed Unbound when it released. I say all of this to say there are many others like myself that are competitive and that want to hunt times and race others all the time. This is what Need for Speed needs going forward. PvP matchmaking. Having to load into a lobby hoping that the other 15 racers want to race just like you is not enough. So many other people are doing other things than racing. They're grinding challenges, they're customizing cars, etc. This makes it so the people that just want to hop on and race are having a harder and harder time finding people that want to do the same. Leaderboards. There's so many examples of different racing games having some form of leaderboards that is kind of astonishing that Need for Speed has not capitalized on this. We don't even have autolog anymore. Leaderboards promote replayability, seeing your friends trying to improve and beat them, as well as competing against others. I will say before Need for Speed gets full on leaderboards, one thing that needs to be tackled is the modding. There's too many people with speed hacks, there's too many people that have access to engine swaps that you cannot get on the normal game, as well as people have lower downforce, etc. 8-player parties. We would like more, just for the record. Back on Need for Speed Heat, we were able to do team battles, 4v4. That's no longer a thing. The most you can do in Need for Speed Unbound is 2v2. The competitive community, content creators, and the community at large would be able to benefit from this feature because they'll have the ability to have more players in their crew. 4 players is just not enough. Crews. Where has crews gone? It was awesome having a clan tag, an emblem from your crew, as well as a little bio that you can type out, as well as seeing not only your list of your crew members, but other crews as well. Need for Speed is all about going fast, but most importantly, it's about going fast together. This would benefit everybody, including the Need for Speed League, since there's so many teams in there alone. Repping your crew and throwing down in races and seeing who comes out on top needs to come back. Imagine if crews can send out invites for team battles. Imagine if they can receive those requests, battle it out, and then they'll have results on their crew page. Private lobbies. I know this is a stretch, but I just have to mention it. Imagine the simplicity of being able to invite others, your friends, and you guys can race or just run from the cops. This will add a whole nother level to the game that we haven't had. Netcode, desync, and clipping. If you've ever played Need for Speed Heat, then you know exactly the pain that I'm talking about. Netcode, for those that don't know what that is your cars would be side by side and you'd magnetize each other and ram each other into oblivion. In Unbound, this was kind of addressed to some degree, but what Unbound did have was desync. Desync, for those that might not know what that is on your screen, you're showing up on the left of a racer, and on their screen, you're showing up on the right side. It has to do something with the servers, maybe not keeping track of where the position of each racer is 100% of the time, so it makes it very hard for close racing. Just to be clear, desync was also a thing in Need for Speed Heat. Clipping, if you guys do not know what that is your car would clip under the ground and your car would either explode, just flying into the air, into oblivion, or you would get dead stopped and it would just basically ruin your race. This made it so people had to start learning the spots that they knew 100% of the time that their car would die on. My closing thoughts. These are some of the things that I believe that will push Need for Speed back to dominating the arcade genre. But I need you guys to let me know in the comments below what you guys think that should be core features of Need for Speed going forward. All I ask is when you leave your comments, make sure to be as respectful as possible and give as much constructive criticism in case anybody from EA or Criterion come across this video. Thank you everybody for the support. I cannot thank you guys enough, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.